All right, hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
So this time we are tackling something I think we all use every single day,
For sure.
describing the world around us and giving directions,
Absolutely.
guiding others, or, needing to be guided ourselves in English.
And in a new place too, right?
Oh yeah, especially traveling.
Absolutely.
Like the most essential skill.
Yeah, you can't really get around if you can't describe where you are or where you want to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think of this as like a crash course.
The fast track.
Yeah, fast track to feeling confident when you need to talk about places.
Yeah, and figure out, where things are,
Exactly.
how to get from A to B.
And we've gone through a bunch of language learning resources.
Tried to distill it down to the core,
Yeah, the essential.
But the things you actually need
Yes.
to put this into practice.
Exactly. So
Excellent.
we're not going to get bogged down in
All the
line.
grammar.
Yeah, all the super technical stuff.
This is all about practical communication.
This is the stuff you're going to use on the street.
Exactly.
So we'll be looking at the words that help you paint a picture of a place.
Right. Like how to describe it.
Yes, describe it.
Definitely.
Those crucial terms for understanding where things are located.
Location, location, location.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then of course those phrases for giving and receiving directions.
And that's both sides of it, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like understanding when someone's giving you directions and also being able to give them clearly yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's start with describing places.
All right, describing places.
I think this is such a fundamental skill,
Oh, it is.
especially like you said, if you're traveling.
Yeah, imagine you've just landed
If you're in a new city,
in a new city. Yeah.
you need to be able to talk about the streets.
The buildings.
Yeah, what the buildings look like.
What are the landmarks?
Landmarks, exactly.
Yeah, and just give people a sense of what it's like to be there. Yeah, and it's so important for connecting with others too, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you can share those experiences.
And asking for recommendations.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Like, oh, what's a good quiet place to go? Or
It's-
exactly what's a, crowded bar I can go to?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we need these words.
What you do. And what's interesting to me is how even simple adjectives
Oh, yeah?
can be so evocative, right?
Oh.
When you choose the right word, you can really bring a place to life for someone.
Oh, pretty. So we're talking about like foundational words here.
Absolutely.
Like big and small.
Yeah,
You could say this city is very big.
right?
It's a basic statement,
Yeah,
but it gives you a sense of scale.
it does right away.
Yeah.
Is it a sprawling metropolis
Yeah.
or is it a small, quaint town?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have, the contrast between crowded and quiet.
Yeah, think about a place like a market,
Oh, yeah.
right? The market is always crowded, but that might be what you're looking for.
Exactly.
You want that vibrancy, that energy.
Sometimes, yeah, you want the hustle and bustle.
Exactly, whereas quiet could be,
A peaceful escape.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really depends on,
On what you're looking for.
your preference.
What you want to experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we have modern and old.
Classic contrast.
Yes. Like this is a modern shopping mall.
Yeah, that tells you something about the architecture, maybe,
For sure.
right? The kind of shops you might find there.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then there's beautiful and dirty.
Well, that's a big one.
Yeah, the park is beautiful.
Right. And these are getting into our senses, right?
Yes, and judgments
Yeah,
about a place.
for sure.
So I love how these categories like size,
Atmosphere.
age appearance
Yeah,
really give you a framework
you do.
for how to describe any location.
Yeah, if you think about those categories, you can start to fill in the blanks for any place you're trying to describe.
Exactly. And what's really cool is you can start combining
Oh, yeah.
these adjectives, right?
Absolutely.
So you can say things like, my city is big and beautiful.
I like that.
It has modern buildings and a quiet park.
So you're getting a much more well-rounded picture, right?
Exactly. You get so much more information.
It's not just one thing.
Yeah.
It's this interplay of different aspects
Good to
that
know.
create a unique impression.
Yes. So I want you to think about your own surroundings right now.
Ooh, good idea.
Your neighborhood, your town,
Wherever you're listening.
wherever you're listening.
Yeah.
Try using a couple of these words together.
In your mind.
Yeah.
Just see what comes up.
Yeah. What feels right? What 2 or 3 adjectives come to mind?
Maybe it's small and historic,
Ooh. I like that.
or modern and lively.
Yeah. Bustling, maybe.
Bustling, that's a good one, yeah.
And I think this is so powerful.
It is. It's about making it personal, right?
Yes.
It's moving these words from abstract concepts to tools that you can actually use to express yourself.
Yes. And I think this is going to help us with the next part.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because we need to talk about where things are.
Location, location, location.
Once you can describe a place,
Right.
you need to be able to pinpoint where things are within it.
Yeah, you got to be able to navigate.
Exactly.
Right.
So this is where understanding those prepositions.
And adverbs of place.
Yes,
Yeah, they get a little technical.
they do.
But these are the words that help you position things.
Relative to each other.
Yes, exactly. The fundamental elements of giving and understanding directions.
And so the material we've been looking at
Yeah.
gives us a great starting set.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Okay, so first we have near.
Okay.
Like the hospital is near the school.
All right, so that gives a general sense of proximity.
Yeah, without being too specific.
Yeah, you don't know exactly how close they are, but they're nearby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have far.
Oh, yeah, the opposite.
Yeah, the airport is far from my house.
Yeah, that's a common one. I think a lot of us can relate to that.
That's relatable.
Yeah.
So those are pretty general.
Right. Those are more about distance.
But then we get more precise.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's get specific.
With next
I
to
think the bank is
the bank is next to the supermarket.
So you can picture those two right next to each other.
Oh yeah, side by side.
Yeah.
And then between
Yeah, nestled in the middle.
yes, the coffee shop is between the gym and the library.
Perfect. So if you can find the gym and the library,
You've got your coffee.
you know where to get your caffeine fix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in front of
Okay, in front. That's a good one for visual identification.
oh yeah, the bus stop is in front of the hotel.
So you're looking for the hotel.
And there's your bus.
There's your bus stop, yeah.
And finally behind
Okay, behind a classic.
the garden is behind my house.
Yeah, these are so fundamental, right?
They are
These spatial relationships that we use every day.
all the time.
Yeah.
So to help these really sink in,
Oh, good idea.
let's do a quick little repetition exercise.
I love it.
Okay, so as I say each sentence, try repeating it silently to yourself.
Get those mouth muscles moving.
Yeah. Or out loud if you're feeling brave.
Even better. Yeah.
So this will help with memorization.
And pronunciation.
Yes,
Oh,
getting that
right.
flow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hospital is near the school.
Got it.
The airport is far from my house.
Makes sense.
The bank is next to the supermarket.
Easy peasy.
The coffee shop is between the gym and the library.
Smells like coffee already.
The bus stop is in front of the hotel.
See it?
The garden is behind my house.
I'm there.
Okay, how did that feel?
Oh, that was good.
Did any of them stick with you?
I think so. I think so.
I think those repetitions really help your brain
Oh, they do.
internalize those patterns and those sounds.
Simple but effective.
Yeah.
For sure.
So now we're moving on to, I think what a lot of people would say is like the core practical skill here.
The one you actually need on the street,
Yes.
giving directions.
Giving directions. Whether you're helping a visitor in your town
Yeah.
or understanding instructions yourself.
Or getting lost yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Like needing help.
This is so valuable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is where those location words we just
Yeah.
went over,
They come into play.
they really become
They become verbs.
Like-
You're moving.
combined with the verbs that tell you how to move.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the resources highlight some basic directions here.
Okay, the essential.
The essentials. So first up, go straight.
Okay, go straight.
And they have a little explanation in parentheses.
Oh, nice.
Walk forward in a straight line.
Can't get much clearer than that.
You can't.
Yeah.
And then we have turn left,
Okay.
move to the left side,
Right.
and turn right, go
Yeah.
to the right side.
Those are universal.
They are.
Yeah.
And then we have take the first or second street,
Okay. Getting a little more complex.
a little more specific.
Yeah.
And the example they give is take the second street on the right.
All right. So now we're adding that element of sequence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the incredibly helpful, it's on your left or right.
Oh, yeah. This is the one that helps you actually find the place.
Yes.
Once you've followed the directions.
Like the mall is on your left.
Here it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And lastly, cross the road.
Okay. Cross the road.
Well, walk across the street,
So important for
Yeah.
getting to the other side.
typically in a busy city,
Yeah. Yeah, be careful with that one.
for sure.
Yeah.
And what I think is really cool is how you can string these simple instructions together
Oh, yeah.
and create like pretty detailed guidance.
Yeah, you can get pretty complex with it.
Yeah, it's like a basic vocabulary for navigation.
Absolutely. And then you can build on it, right?
Yes,
Depending on the situation.
exactly.
Yeah.
So to show how these pieces fit together,
All right, let's see it in action.
they give a little example conversation.
Love it.
So let's listen in.
Yep.
So person A says, "Excuse me, how do I get to the bank?
Lost Tours classic.
The classic.
Yeah.
And person B responds, go straight, then turn left. The bank is next to the post office.
Wow, that's so concise.
It is.
And hopefully easy to follow.
Yeah, those basic directions and location words.
Go straight, turn left, next, coming together.
All works.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
This one, now I want to put you in a similar situation.
All right, put me on the spot.
Okay, so imagine someone comes up to you and says, excuse me, how do I get to the nearest coffee shop?
Ooh, okay.
Think about your local area.
I got to think about this.
Yeah.
All right.
What would be your simple, clear instructions?
Using what we've learned.
Yes.
Okay.
Using these phrases that we've just discussed.
All right, give me a second.
Take a moment. Mentally map it out.
I'm picturing it.
Yeah, formulate your response.
Okay, I think I got it.
All right, so I think this mental rehearsal is so important
Oh, it is.
for developing fluency and confidence.
It's like anything, right?
Right.
The more you practice.
The easier it gets, the better you'll be when you have to do it for real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in this deep dive, I think we've really covered
We've covered a lot of ground.
some key ground.
Yeah.
We started with using those adjectives
To paint a picture.
to paint a picture of a place.
Yeah.
Then we moved on to those essential words for talking about location.
Location, location, location.
And then finally, we tackled giving directions,
The big one.
the big one.
Yeah?
So I think this should give you a real boost in your ability to communicate
Oh, yeah.
and navigate
Navigate the world.
the world in English.
In English.
But before we go,
Oh, there's more.
we have a little bit of fun
I like fun.
and a chance to actively engage
Oh, I like that even better.
with what we've learned.
All right, hit me.
So I'm going to give you a phrase from another language.
Okay, I love a challenge.
In this case, it's Hindi.
All right, Hindi.
And the phrase is bank kahan.
Oh, okay. Bank kahan hai.
Take a moment.
Hmm.
How would you translate that into English?
Based on what we've learned.
Yes.
Okay, let me think.
Think about those key phrases.
Location, words, directions.
Yes.
Okay, I think I've got it.
Okay.
Ready.
So the English translation is, where is the bank?
Ah, of
A
course.
classic question
So useful
when you're trying to find a specific location.
when you need that cash.
You need that cash.
Yeah.
So what's on the horizon for our next deep dive?
Ooh, what's next?
Looks like we're shifting focus to another essential
Another essential.
aspect of communication.
Okay.
Talking about family and relationships in English.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is something that comes up
All the time.
all the time in conversation.
It does, yeah.
So I'm excited for that one.
Me too.
Oh.
I think that'll be a really fun one to dive into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you go about your day,
Yes.
pay attention to how people describe places,
Yeah.
how they give directions,
Tune in
tune in.
to the world around you.
Yes. And the more you tune in to these everyday uses of language, the more natural it will become for you.
It will.
And try to use those key phrases
Absolutely.
we've talked about today.
Yeah.
When the opportunity arises,
Put it into practice.
put it into practice.
Yeah.
So until our next deep dive,
See you then.
keep exploring, keep practicing,
Happy learning.
and we'll catch you next time.
Bye for now.